Hello, guys, and welcome back to the class. As you remember, our last class was about Charles V of Spain or the fifth in Germany. And the last thing that we have seen was the abdication of Charles in two persons, in his brother Ferdinand or his son Philip II. Okay, Philip II will inherit most of his territories, but the territories in the German Empire will be inherited by his brother Ferdinand. And also, that's the reason was because the difficult situation with the Protestant in the center territories of Europe. Okay, so sorry, as we can see here, this is a picture, a painting of the abdication of Charles V in his brother and in his son Philip II. In this map, we can see the different territories that each one of them will inherit. Philip II will inherit all the territories in this orange color. Ferdinand will inherit the territories, as you can see, Austria, Hungary, Bohemia. Also, as I told you, the option to be the emperor of the Holy Roman German uh, Emperor. Okay, with Philip II, he will inherit at the middle of the century, more or less, the entire Spanish territory, with Spanish territories in America, Spain, the Low Countries, that means Netherlands and Belgium, Naples, Sicilia, okay. Well, he will change this imperial policy in order to defend their religion, the Catholic religion. Okay, it was difficult times for well the Catholic religion because of these Protestant movements in the center of Europe. Also, I want to tell you about the Black Legend because you may have heard about Philip II and all the Inquisition or different bloody execution. Well, this is a controversial topic for everyone because we don't know actually was true or well as we do know there was Philip II got a lot of enemies especially in England. So, well, I just attach it to two videos or link it to videos in case you wanna well, have a little research about this black legend. Okay. Well, we can see two different uh, kind of conflicts: internal conflicts and external conflicts, just as we have seen in our last class with Charles V. So the principal internal conflict was the revolt of the Moriscos, la Revuelta de las Alpujarras in Granada. In case you have been in Granada, Alpujarras is a mountains that are near from Sierra Nevada. Well, the thing here was that these Moriscos was a Muslim who were forced to be Christians. Okay, but they didn't abandon their culture. They still speaking in Arab. They still dressing as Arabs or having Arabs name. So they were forced to leave all this tradition. As a consequence, evident there was a revolt. Philip II put an end on a revolt, and well, they were forced to disperse it in other cities in Spain, especially in Valencia or Barcelona. Okay, to avoid new revolts, they were separated from the houses. Okay, this is a situation, a map of the situation. As you can see, this is the kingdom of Granada, and how well there was a lot of revolts. Well, the external conflicts, Philip II will have a constant war against France. A war that will inherited from his father. Well, the most important battle was the Battle of San Quintin. As you can see here, the Battle of San Quintin was nearly when he get the crown. So he really did a great victory. Well, I actually attached a link on how was the battle and that stuff. And in order to celebrate this victory, they did well, a castle, a palace, a monastery, where all the kings will be buried. So, as you can see, the day of the victory was San Lorenzo, and San Lorenzo was buried in a grill. And that's the reason that this palace, this monastery, will have the shape of a grill. Well, another important stuff, or another important battle was the Battle of Lepanto, because Catholics was fighting against the Ottoman Turks, okay, to know who have the control in the Mediterranean Sea. The most important battle was the Battle of Lepanto. And I put you there a little picture about who do you know who is the man of Lepanto, El Manco de Lepanto, or the one-handed of Lepanto? Well, the answer is Miguel de Cervantes, the writer of the El Quijote de la Mancha, or del Quixote. Okay, so there is and also another important stuff, external conflicts. Okay, well, there will be a fight in the Low Countries, especially in the northern Low Countries. Well, this is the region of the actual Netherlands. Well, we can see how Netherlands want to be well Protestant, and on the other hand, Belgium remained as a Catholic. Okay, well, against England, there was a little, a really known situation known as the Armada Invencible, because Philip II was really angry, really mad due to the English pirates, or corsairs. Well, they did. Spain did the Armada Invencible, a huge battle faction of the army. Well, actually, they lose because of the bad weather. Okay. Well, another important stuff was the annexation of Portugal. Okay, because but we have here as I told you, the battle between Belgium and Netherlands that will take like 80 years. Well, this is the Spanish Armada who wasn't able to invade England due to the bad weather. Okay, they couldn't pick soldiers from the low countries. And well, the annexation of Portugal, that's very important because the throne of Portugal was desert. And as I told you in the last video, Charles the Fifth was married with the a princess of Portugal. So his son Philip II will have a chance to get the throne. Uh, so well, actually, this means that all the colonies from Portugal and all the colonies from Spain was controlled under the supervision of Philip II. And that means that the Spanish Empire will have control of almost all the, well, New World, okay? Brazil, all the coast of Africa, the India, Thailand, okay, all these territories was under the control of Philip II. So you may remember that in our last video we talked about this said, or have you ever heard this said? This was the sun never sets on the in the Spanish Empire. That is because when the sun is rising in the east, well, still when the sun is sets on the west, it's rising in the east. Okay, because they have control all over the world. Well, Philip II died in the monastery of San Lorenzo of Scoral, and he will be succeeded by his son Philip III. Okay, and with that, we will see a fall of this hegemony in the next century. Okay. Well, let's talk a little about the conquest and administration of America. So, when Charles V acceded to the throne, Spain only dominates until the Caribbean, okay? But with Charles V was this huge expansion, okay? They conquest the Inca and the Aztec empires. Well, there is a lot of different situation. for example, factors that helped to these victories, like the surprise factor, the collaboration with indigenous people, because these indigenous, as you can imagine, have traveled themselves between, well, dynasties, and of course, the most important, the technological superiority. Okay. Well, the most important expeditions was, of course, Hernán Cortés and Francisco Pizarro. Okay. About the administration, well, the relation with America was based of the export of new crops. Okay, this is really important because in there wasn't, for example, tomatoes or potatoes or tobacco or cacao, chocolate, all this stuff. There was nothing of there. There was all original from America. So with this discover, I would say discover of America, all these products came to Europe. Okay, well, the trade control was under the monopoly of Castile, and you have to come to here to Seville if you wanna well trade with America. Okay. Also, there was another problem with the how to say, the situation of the indigenous. Okay, these indigenous was forced to work in mitas, but well, after the fight of Bartolomeo de las Casas, they were considered not as cannot be slaves. Okay, well, that's the reason why, especially England, will trade with, well, lives from human lives from America. So that's the reason why there is another this mixture of cultures in America. Okay. Well, the institution of Spanish America was just the same, of more or less the same that they were in Castile. Okay, there was viceroyalties, there were governors, corregiments, or hearings. Okay. Well, to finish our video today, I attached some documentaries or some videos, so as a quick review. And well, if you remember, I will recommend some topics that may interest you in case you wanna improve your final grade and grade a free essay, totally voluntary. So, well, you already got my email. I will attach with this video in the Blackboard a Kahoot link. So if you want to practice, that really help you. I think so. Well, see you in our next class. Have a nice days and well, stay safe. Bye.